Hello, my friends. How are you? I hope you are well and appreciate you getting on here and taking a moment to just hear some thoughts and talk a little bit about life and how it can be more and more real in our day-to-day lives. Thanks for taking the time to check in. We'll give people a minute to do that. Hope you've had a good weekend. I know I have, and had a chance to hang out with my daughter Amy and her husband yesterday, and we're just hanging out today, working on stuff for tonight and all those kinds of things. Before you all think that I have moved to a far, like to Arizona or something with this background, it is, yes, you can probably guess, a fake background. You've seen a few of them in your Zoom careers up to this point, but thanks for tuning in. I just wanted to try something a little bit different for give myself a little color. You know what I'm saying? And so hope you're doing good. And hey, look, the Browns won. How about that one, huh? The Browns and the Steelers. You know they're playing tomorrow night, I think. So that's good for them. And so yeah, exciting things in the world of football and all that kind of fun stuff. I wanted to remind you guys a couple things. First off. We've got the group chat thing. Would love to have you jump in there if you're able. I guess you have to have a YouTube, password and all that kind of stuff. So that's one option for you to communicate. The other one, honestly, is to text your comments to us while it's going on live, and then I'll just fill those in and tell people what you're saying and things like that. If it's important. If it's not very important, I probably won't. Okay. Hold on just a second, friends. PR, I don't know if you're the only one. You are added to the broadcast, so I think you are. I think it's working, but if you're not seeing something, let me know what that means. Let me check a couple things here real quick. We are live, and I'm seeing only one person on it. That's not a good sign, but we'll go ahead and presume that is that the link is working. I hope it is. But comment to me if more of you can't get on it. Let me know that. Okay. PR is having some problems, but let's PR try backing out and getting back in and seeing if that helps. Hey, the other thing is. Want you to have you subscribe to this channel. If you don't mind, there's a place you can do that down below on YouTube here. And if you do have a password and things like that, an account set up with YouTube, you'll be able to follow us. And every time we put out something new or fresh, you'll be able to see it. So give that a shot and see if that works. Sorry, I'm trying to do too much technology here at the same time. Let me see here. There we go. Let me continue here with some thoughts I had. First off, I wanted to give you a few announcements, things you might want to be aware of. We're doing Young Life Connection again this Thursday night at 7:30. It's really going to be fun. I'm excited. Last week was a good time. We had 36 or 37 people, and I actually, because we used copyrighted music, they kicked us off of YouTube. And so let's see here. Well, I'm not sure what to do here. I'm going to keep going, and we'll see what happens. PR, and maybe I'll have to show it as a rerun, but we'll keep trying. Trying to read what PR is sending me here. So you're telling me it doesn't like my face? Is that what you're saying, PR? That it worked until my face came on and then it changed its mind? Well, Thursday night, hopefully we'll have this all ironed out and working, and we'll test it again. And then we'll get it working. I promise you that. The other thing is, if you would like to, we'd love to have you do another video again of kind of answering the question, what fictional character would you want to have be your sidekick or buddy in life? You know, which one would you want to have? We've already gotten a couple people responded, and they are great. Make them really short, and we'll show a bunch of them in a row like we did for the favorite restaurants, and that was a lot of fun to see your guys' opinion on things. So please make sure you do that for us. That would be awesome. You know, I was thinking about tonight and just wanted to share with you something. We've over the last few weeks we've kind of talked about like how do you live a life of faith, and we talked last week that one of the important things is that you read, that you talk to God, and you hang out with people who feel the same way and who think the same way. And tonight I wanted to just kind of play off that, but also talk a little bit about, you know, just the choices we have to make in our lives, that we make all kinds of choices. Sometimes they are good choices and sometimes they're bad choices. But we need to make choices. And I wanted to share a couple great passages with you and just leave you with a thought, and then our time will be done. But let me take this first one for you. It is from what's called the book of Jeremiah. It's in the Old Testament, and it says, this is God talking, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future." You know, guys, if we are ever living in a time where we want a hope and a future, I mean, we are hoping that this vaccine will help calm things down, but this is a major time for us to want hope and a solid future. And this passage, as it was written, as I did a little research on it, kind of talks about folks who are choosing to follow God. If you've chosen to follow him, and his desire more than anything is for plans for you to prosper and for you not to be harmed, and plans that will give you hope and a great future. So that's pretty dang exciting. And you might be thinking, well, what's that exactly look like? And let me throw this verse past you. It's kind of a good one as well. It is from Joshua. And this is one, if you're going to write one down or take a screenshot of one, this could be a good one to do. And it's simply this: "Now fear the Lord and serve him with all faithfulness. Throw away the gods your ancestors worshipped beyond the Euphrates River and in Egypt, and serve the Lord. But if serving the Lord seems undesirable to you," now this is a key phrase, "then choose for yourself this day whom you will serve, whether the gods of your ancestors served beyond the Euphrates, or the gods of the Amorites in whose land you are living." So Joshua here is saying, hey, listen, you can choose to serve, you know, what your parents served. You can choose to serve what your grandparents served, and kind of some of the things that were, you know, about self-preservation or peaceful, happy, calm life, prosperity, all these kind of gods that we could have in our lives that are sometimes we put more important than God himself. And the other option is that we would choose to serve the God of our world, the gods of our world. And that could be everything from, guys, sex, money, drugs, alcohol, prosperity, having the biggest house, having the nicest cars, all that kind of stuff. We could choose to make those things our gods. Either of those things, and neither of them are good. Either our ancestors, but what Joshua is saying, but as for me and my family, for me and my household, we will serve the Lord. Because he says earlier, you know, then choose for yourself. So guys, here's the question I want to ask for you. Who are you going to choose to serve? There's an old Bob Dylan song, if you ever want to look it up, called "You're Going to Serve Somebody," or "Serve Somebody." I'm not exactly, but the line in the chorus is, "You're going to serve somebody." And so the question you want to ask is, who are you serving? Who are you giving your life to? Who are you trying to please? It could be a girlfriend. It could be a boyfriend. It could be a lot of things. Who are you trying to please? Maybe you're trying to please a coach or your mom or your dad. All good things. But guys, when it comes down to it, the bottom foundational line is, who are you going to serve? And Joshua was really clear on this. He said, hey, for me and my household, we will serve the Lord. And guys, it's when we get to that place that I think we start to trust God and trust the choices and the options that we have in front of us. I want to leave you with one last verse. And this is Jesus speaking, okay? And he says this, as the Father has loved me, so have I loved you. Now remain in my love. If you keep my commands, you will remain in my love, just as I have kept my Father's commands and remain in his love. I have told you this so that my joy may be complete. It may be in you, and your joy may be complete. Let me rebutcher that line. I have told you this so that my joy may be in you and that your joy may be complete. Friends, if we choose to honor God, the way we prove that kind of to ourselves, but also to him, is that we remain in him. And we remain in him. The proof of us remaining in him is that we obey his commands and that we follow his commands. And so I want to encourage you, how do we keep his commands? How? Well, the first and most important thing is we have to know him. And once we know him, we say, God, I'm learning your commands right now, and I want to know you. I choose you. I want to know you better. I want to remain in you, and I want to obey your commands. That is an incredible truth. The guys really is simple. We need to choose Christ. Choose to be connected to him. Choose to live our lives with what he values, his commands, to remain in him. And we learn how to do that by reading the Bible. Now there's other things, and we're going to talk about those, but reading the Bible. I want to just share this thought with you. John 1. It's not a very long passage. It's the Matthew, Mark, Luke, John. It's the fourth gospel of the New Testament. And here's my challenge to you. In this next week, try to read. And now I'm not saying you'll have to do this, and it's not a big deal if you don't. It's not a contest or anything like that. I'm just challenging you. Try and go online. You can find it, paste it, put it in your phone. But John chapter 1, try to read all of it or a part of it every single day for the next 7 days. Or 6 days or whatever. Next Sunday, let's come together and see what kind of impact that has had. I'd love to hear that. I'd love to hear from you during the week what it means for you to take a few minutes and spend that time reading. So I challenge you in that, and I want to encourage you that God loves you, that he wants your ways to be as joyful and as positive as possible. He wants the very best for us. But we got to begin it with choosing him and following him. So guys, thanks so much for your time. If this video has been a mess up, I will send you the recording if I have it. And if not, I'll be re-recording it and sending it out to you. Guys, have a great week, and would love to touch base with you. If you get bored, just send me a text, and we could chat for a few minutes. That would be great. Thanks, you guys. You take care of yourselves. I sure appreciate you. Hang in there.